In June 2021, it was announced that fans of the WarioWare franchise were finally getting a long-awaited addition to the series, which would be coming to the Nintendo Switch in just a few months. On release, the game received excellent reviews, with critics praising the new art style and character design, the new microgames which were introduced, and the overall story of the game. It was also nominated for Best Family Game at the Game Awards 2021. However, despite this, the game had only sold 1.27 million copies worldwide as of March 2022, and there was a notable lack of hype surrounding the game's release. In this video, I'll be exploring why I believe that WarioWare Get It Together is the most underrated Nintendo Switch game. The WarioWare games are suitable for people of all ages and backgrounds. Microgames are fun, and most of them don't require much skill to master, meaning that it is a game for all skill levels. On top of this, with Wario being a well-known and loved character from the Mario universe, I'm surprised that WarioWare games in general are not more popular. The main story of the game consists of 10 levels, each with their own unique microgames, as well as 2 remix levels, where the microgames can be any from the previously played levels. As well as this, there are 5 bonus levels which can be unlocked after beating the final level. There are over 200 microgames, so there is a lot of variety within each section of the game. Each character-hosted level represents a level created by the WarioWare Inc. employees for their game, and features its own story, but has been corrupted by a game bug. After the boss microgame is completed, and the level is cleared, the game bug is eliminated, and the player can then choose to replay the level to achieve a high score. The player receives 1,000 coins upon clearing a level for the first time. On most levels, the player is required to assemble a crew of characters that they have already unlocked, with the size of the crew increasing as they progress further into the game. On the first playthrough, any characters introduced within a level must always be part of the player's crew, and they will always be used when playing the boss microgame. After beating the showdown for the first time, the option to use all characters in the crew becomes available for the previous levels. If you go back to the levels after completing them, the game is essentially an endless cycle of microgames, which get progressively more difficult. It is a great challenge to go back and try and get the highest score possible. There are also bonus levels where you collect as many coins as possible in a set amount of time, and the coins are added to the player's balance to use in other areas of the game. One of the biggest features of the game was the new introduced 2-player mode, where you can work together with another player to beat the microgames in the story. As well as this, in the Variety Pack mode, you can play along with up to 4 players, making it an excellent party game or family game. The biggest twist to this game was the fact that all the characters are playable and each has their own unique mechanics. Although some characters are easier to play than others, it's a great challenge playing through the story mode and learning the mechanics of each character. As well as this, you can unlock each of the 20 characters by playing through the story mode, and then they can be used in other areas of the game. This makes the game much more engaging than other games in the series. The Wario Cup is an online mode in WarioWare Get It Together, which is unlocked after beating the story mode of the game. Every week, a new challenge is added, where a set of microgames is played under certain conditions. With a Nintendo Switch Online subscription, rank mode can be switched on, meaning that players can compete and compare their scores with other players. This adds a new competitive level to the game. The game has a break room section, where the player can interact with the crew members, practice controls, and give them prezzies, as well as customise their appearance. Giving crew members prezzies levels them up with job points, which then unlocks more customization options and artwork for that specific character. This is quite a cool feature of the game, and although it doesn't add much to the main game, leveling up a character also increases their base points in the Wario Cup. Prezzies can be purchased at the Emporium or from the Cluckade machine, using coins earned in the game. I have personal experience with speedrunning this game just after it was released, and it was in fact one of the first games I attempted to speedrun. The reason why I love this game so much is because it's very low stress and easy to learn. There are not many time-saving tactics, so the game almost purely relies on RNG and quick menuing. But there are quite a few interesting time saves in certain microgames where it is quicker to fail them rather than complete them. I believe that this is a great speedrun for beginners, and it is possible to get a good time with relatively little practice. Even me, a not so skilled speedrunner, managed to get a world record speedrun in the NG Plus category at one point, and I still have 2 top 3 runs in this game to this day. The design and overall aesthetic of the game is one of my favourite things about it. The design of the characters is notably different from other games in the series, with the characters having a more 3D appearance while still maintaining the charm of their original designs. Each character also has their own animations for movement and winning or losing a microgame. Each level has its own unique jingles and cutscene soundtracks, which I believe is one of the most overlooked aspects of the game, because they are so light-hearted and catchy, while complementing the overall style and personality of the game. The WarioWare games are the kind you can come back to over and over again, without really getting bored of them. Even after you complete the main story, there are so many other things to do and unlock. It is the kind of game that challenges you to think and act quickly, with a set of randomly generated mini-games. And even after playing over 30 hours of the game, there are still some micro-games I haven't got the hang of. I still play some of the old WarioWare games myself, and I will continue to do so with Get It Together, if and when a new game is released. Now I might be biased, because I really do like all of the games in the WarioWare series, but I was genuinely surprised that WarioWare Get It Together wasn't one of the best-selling Nintendo games of 2021, especially with it being on such a huge platform as the Nintendo Switch. I believe that the release of Mario Party Superstars just over a month after the release of WarioWare Get It Together may have impacted the sales. But even today, over a year after its release, I'm still enjoying the game, and I hope it starts getting some of the love it deserves. I also hope to see another addition to the WarioWare series in the not too distant future. Have you played WarioWare Get It Together? Let me know your thoughts about the game in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, I would really appreciate if you subscribed to my channel and left a like on this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.